Ladies and gentlemen, I sold my little Lincoln SquareWave Tig 200 and we replaced it with this. All kinds of goodies in this bad boy. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, the YesWelder came with argon hose. Put that over there. It came with the stinger for the little machine. We have our ground clamp right there. We have our 220 to 110 adapter. And then it looks like we've got two separate Tig rigs here. I don't know what this one is. Tig rigs here, and they both have a button control on top. So the only things that it did not come with is this thing did not come with the foot pedal, and it did not come with a regulator for your bottle to run your argon through your machine. But other than that, it comes with a ton of stuff. Both these Tig rigs have their own consumable kit as well, so that's awesome. I'll do this the easy way. Don't have a whole lot of space to work with. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, first impression on this thing is pretty sweet. I mean, the fact that it came with the stinger, the ground clamp, two separate Tig rigs, a little bit of argon hose, and the 220 to 110 adapter, that is awesome. Guys, I used a discount code on this thing that Google found for me. I got all of this and a foot pedal for $620. This can do Tig, this can do stick, it can do high frequency for aluminum. You can do just about whatever you want as far as TIG welding and stick welding goes on this little machine. So all we have left to do is try it out. One thing I did forget to mention, guys, is when you go to put one of these in your cart and go to checkout, it is not going to tell you that it comes with all of this extra stuff. Like I said, two Tig rigs, stinger, ground clamp, argon hose, and the adapter from 220 to 110. Doesn't say that it has that in there. I'm not sure why they don't include that. Because if you look on their website under the accessories, you can't find the ground clamp or the stinger. So it's a nice thing that it comes with it, but they don't tell you that you need it. I almost ordered extras, and I didn't need to, so I'm glad I didn't. But anyway, that's one thing. Don't add those to your cart because you don't need them. It comes with it. Everybody knows what a ground clamp and a stinger looks like. Let's check out one of these Tig rigs. Unless the other one is different. And it is. This is a mini rig head on this one here. It even has its pedal. Not pedal, excuse me. And that is different. I have not used one like this. Instead of being a flex head up here, it's in the back. That's interesting. Got your argon connection. And these are obviously ready to go. You can plug these in instead of having your foot pedal. And then you can use your button on top, which is pretty sweet in my opinion. I'm enjoying it so far. Everything looks good. Yes, this little, I just had to try a little off-brand welder just to see what it was like. And so far, I am very happy with it, I'm not going to lie. But I haven't plugged it in, nor have I welded with it yet, so we will see. Everything looks to be of decent quality. Obviously, it's not any big name brand stuff. You can tell that some of the details on it, you know, like this is a little bit on the cheaper side. The plastic is not super high quality, but it's all flexible down here on the end. It's probably going to be a light shop work kind of thing. Definitely something you could learn on, I'm sure. No more than a person's going to do with this when they're first learning how to weld. This would be a great starter machine as far as I know. Like I said, we haven't welded with it yet, so I'm not going to get carried away saying that. But anyway, everything so far is pretty sweet. This looks like it's probably a 150 rig. This is a mini rig over here. Not going to be rated for as much. But yeah, guys, these look pretty sweet. Feel like they'd be decent. I wouldn't use these for super heavy duty work. This would be your light duty stuff in the shop, maybe learning how to TIG weld. But either way, yeah, it comes with two Tig rigs and both of them have a consumable kit. I am pretty impressed. All right, here we go, moment of truth. We're gonna plug this bad boy in and see what she tells us. Hopefully it doesn't blow up. Let's see if there's an on switch in the back. Surely there is. Sure thing. Cool. Nice little LED screen. 01. Let's see what she says. 230. Okay, DC. Let's run through some of this. That's high frequency TIG. There's lift TIG. And there's stick welding. has an arc force adjustment, and apparently this thing maxes out. Its label is a 200 DC machine, but it says that we can run 230 amps. And obviously, we're not going to do that for stick welding. There's no fan on this thing right now. That's kind of concerning. Okay, let's see. Pro specifications. Oop, I don't see where you can change. Well, it's probably because I'm on stick welding, actually. Yes, that is exactly what's going on. Oh my, there are tons of options on the other settings. Stick welding is obviously very basic. You've got your arc force and your hot start. I'm not really sure how to change those. But anyway, we're going to get this sucker set on the floor, and I will weld on a piece of scrap steel I got here. We'll see what it looks like. Like I said earlier, this thing doesn't have a fan running right now. That's concerning to me. We're going to see if that fan maybe kicks on after you burn a rod. I'm going to try not to do so much that I give myself a bunch of bad flash burn. But this is this thing's first ever fire up. Let's see how it does. Let's see if it starts up good and what happens. I'm going to try to position myself where I don't get flash burned bad. Okay. Fan did kick on the machine when I started that up. I thought I heard something going on in there. Maybe I didn't. And the fan already kicked off. Now, granted, that wasn't much welding, but I'm not going to lie, that was a very smooth running machine just for that little bead there. The 130 amps seems like it was pretty well spot on. Yeah, I'm going to put one more down right beside it, see if I can get this thing a little bit warmer. Hopefully I'm not ruining my camera by doing this. Like I said, I'm not going to do this too much because I don't want really bad flash burn. Anyway, let's try it again real quick. I'm impressed. The stick welding so far, I know I'm just welding flat right now. Don't want to burn any leads. It's doing phenomenal right now. So, first impression is the stick welding. Like I said, obviously, it runs better than my little Lincoln SquareWave did, my little 200 Tig machine. I like this one better for stick welding already, just running flat beads. So, if that tells you anything about it, I'm impressed with this. Okay, my bad, that was operator error. We had no ground clamp plugged into the machine because I was switching stuff around. So we will see what this does. I'm basically just going to fire this up because I can't really work with what I've got going on here. But anyway, we'll see what she does. Well, if I could get my finger on the button, we would. Okay, I'm impressed. Again, not only was I impressed with the stick welding, I am also very impressed with the TIG welding. The post-flow setting on 2T runs for a couple of seconds afterwards. Not really any defined explanation as to how long it is actually set for. Keep in mind, guys, this is a pretty cheap machine, but so far, I'm really liking it. Like I said before, I had that Lincoln SquareWave, the Tig 200 machine, and I already think I like this machine better. So if that tells you anything, we're going to run another one right here and see what it looks like. But yeah, I would compare the arc smoothness to a good running Miller machine. I'm not going to lie. So guys, there you have it. This sucker TIG welds and stick welds quite nicely. So far, I have no complaints about the way it welds. The one thing that I will note that I'm not a huge fan of is the fan on the machine does not run very long. So if you're doing a lot of consistent welding, I'm curious to see if the duty cycle on it will hold up or if it will prevent you from welding for a while so that that machine can cool off. But anyway, there's some stick welding and there's some TIG welding with it, and so far I will give this thing probably, if I had to rate it all the way around, I'd probably give this thing an 8 out of 10 right now. Alright guys, so the YesWelder, the 200 TIG welding machine, so far so good. It has been absolutely awesome in the startup that I've used it. Like I said, it comes with 2 TIG rigs, Stinger, ground clamp, argon hose, and the converter for 220 to 110. That's pretty awesome in my opinion. I got all of that. and I got a foot pedal so I can run it on regular TIG without using the push button. I got all of that for $620. Now, with that being said, I sold my Lincoln SquareWave, my TIG 200 machine, and I bought this because I didn't like my Lincoln. I didn't like it at all. That's just me personally. Some people love them. I, however, did not like mine too much. So I got this, and I do have a link in my description, and I will have that listed on my page for a while. You guys can check out all their stuff. They've got welding hoods, they've got machines, TIG machines, they've got stick machines, they've got plasma cutters, and they've got MIG welders. A lot of good stuff in my opinion. So far, from what I've tried, this would be a phenomenal option for getting started if you're trying to learn how to weld, or if you need, something for just a hobby, doing it here and there, little side projects every now and then. This is balling on a budget, in my opinion. These little machines, like I said, we haven't put them through a lot, but initial testing, so far, I like it better than the Lincoln that I had, and you're looking at a third of the cost for this machine. And it may not last as long as a Lincoln, but you can buy 3 of them if you wanted to. This is a good starter, in my opinion. Get yourself out there on your feet, learn what you're doing with your welding before you invest money into a good machine. That way, if you decide you don't like it, you're not in it a ton of money. So again, guys, this is my personal preference. If you want to check them out, click the link below and it'll take you to their website. You can browse all their goodies. And if you buy something, let me know how you like it, because I'm very curious as to how this stuff holds up in the future.